Yo, what's up, guys? My name is Nicholas Earl, and welcome back to another episode of Earl Sports Bets. And today we have three more bowl games here in college football. Uh, we have two 3:30 games. The first two are the First Responders Bowl and the Lending Tree Bowl, and then at 7:30 we get the Cure Bowl. We get some interesting matchups today. So let's start with our first one here. We have the University of Louisiana Lafayette Raging Cajuns taking on University of Texas San Antonio Roadrunners. 14-point spread, minus 580. A run back of plus 460 for UTSA. And coming into this game, Louisiana is 9-1. They went 7-1 in the Sun Belt Conference. Their only loss this year was against Coastal Carolina, and they were able to beat teams like App State, UAB, Georgia Southern. They also got a win against Iowa State earlier in the year, which was really impressive, and Georgia State as well. And on the other hand, UTSA coming in 7-4, 5-2 against in their Conference USA record. They had wins against teams like North Texas, Louisiana Tech, and Texas State. So nothing huge on their resume. And they had losses against decent teams, UAB, FAU, BYU, Army. So they're losing to the teams they're supposed to lose to and kind of beating the teams they're supposed to beat. For this game, I have the Raging Cajuns minus 14. I think they've played the better strength of schedule. They are a better overall team, and I think they're going to take care of business here today. My model has the Raging Cajuns winning by 15.9 points, so 1.9 points of value on that line. So I'm looking to bet University of Louisiana Lafayette over UTSA, the minus 14. Next, we get the Lending Tree Bowl here between the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky and the Panthers of Georgia State. 3.5-point spread, minus 180 for Georgia State, plus 160 for Western Kentucky. And this is another one of those where somehow this is a really 2020 bowl. Western Kentucky made it into a bowl game here at the record of 5-6. 4-3 in Conference USA play, but still an under 500 record. And their wins weren't against good teams either. I mean, they have wins against teams like Charlotte, Southern Miss, and Florida International, Chattanooga, and Middle Tennessee. So they've not played any type of competition here. And their losses are against Louisville, Liberty, Marshall, BYU, FAU, and UAB. So they've lost to their good competition and beaten the bad ones. On the other hand, Georgia State coming into this 5-4. They went 4-4 in Sun Belt Conference play. They have losses. They have good losses too against Coastal, App State, Louisiana, Lafayette. They also lost to Arkansas State, which was a bad loss. But then once again, they don't have great wins either. Their most key wins kind of are against like Georgia Southern, Troy, and ECU. So not a good strength of schedule for either of these teams. But that being said, I'm going to be taking the Panthers here of Georgia State minus 3.5. My model has them winning by 6.4 points, which creates about 2.9 points of value on this line. So not a huge amount of value, but I'm probably going to look to bet them regardless. I think they're able to cover and potentially win by a score. And finally, we have kind of like the marquee matchup of the day. We have 11-0 Coastal Carolina Chanticleers versus the 9-1 Liberty Flames. Liberty, an independent school, and then Coastal went unbeaten 8-0 in Sun Belt Conference play. Their key wins against teams like BYU, App State, Louisiana Lafayette, and Georgia Southern, all bowl teams. And Liberty, on the other hand, they really didn't play any good competition. This is another one of those schools where it feels like it's a padded record at 9-1. Their only loss was to NC State, which, yes, they had a good program this year, but they had lost, their wins are against teams like Southern Miss and Virginia Tech, UMass, and Syracuse. So they didn't really get any marquee wins at all like Coastal has this year. And I think Coastal is just a much better team. They came out proving to prove something this year. They were projected to finish last in the Sun Belt Conference, and they went unbeaten. And I think they keep that unbeaten record today. They take care of business and they beat Liberty by more than 7 points. I'm taking Coastal Carolina -7 here against Liberty in the Cure Bowl um, to take care of business and potentially win by, I think, 10 to 17 points. So let's quickly go over what our plays are for today. We have Louisiana Lafayette covering the -14 against UTSA in the First Responders Bowl. We have Georgia State covering the -3.5 here against Western Kentucky in the Lending Tree Bowl. And in the Cure Bowl, we have Coastal Carolina taking care of business, finishing their undefeated season, and knocking off Liberty with the -7. And that should just about do it for this video. If this information was helpful to you guys at all, feel free to hit that thumbs up button. And be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications so you guys are notified every single time we come out with a video here at Earl Sports Bets. We have tons of content coming out to this channel. We have NFL, college basketball, college football, UFC, esports, NBA, WNBA, NHL, and MLB. So we're going to have tons of content on this channel. So stay tuned and make sure you have those post notifications on so you know whenever we come out with a video here at Earl Sports Bets. But that is going to just about wrap up this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Let's go cash some tickets.